we talked a lot about keeping children in school K through 12. Let's talk about kids on campus. And we know what happened last time when so many of the universities, the SUNY schools and the privates had to close during the pandemic. And this is a place where it's different than a situation where there's one teacher in class that actually the students are listening to. A college campus is a little bit different. Students congregate, they live on campus, and so it's a very different experience. We saw some outbreaks before the break started just a few weeks ago, so we're very conscious of the fact that we do want to make sure that students return to school when they're scheduled to, or within a week or so, depending on what the schools are doing, but we're focusing on that first day. And we're issuing new guidance for SUNY and CUNY schools for the spring semester. We are asking all schools to ensure that students, before they return, are boosted. They're required to be vaccinated. Now we're putting on an additional requirement. In order to return to your college campus, you have to be boosted. And this will be part of the reopening. They have to be boosted when they're eligible. Again, we understand that students who were just vaccinated within the last 6 months are not eligible for the booster, but we know the date they were they received their first vaccination, so we know the date that they're eligible for a booster. So this takes effect on January 15th. We're also asking and ensuring that all students are vaccinated. It's a continuation of a policy we had for that, but also now we're adding faculty to the list of individuals who will need to be vaccinated. So this is how we're going to ensure that these campuses stay open. As I've said all along, we're going to protect the health of New Yorkers, but also health of the economy. When you think about what happens to many of the smaller communities, particularly upstate, Long Island, when a community college shuts down, or a SUNY school or a private school shuts down, that is devastating for the local economy. We can avoid this, because last time we didn't have vaccinations, we didn't have boosters, we didn't have the rapid testing available. So now if we make sure that everyone's safe when they return, continue following the practices we've outlined, the guideline is out there, we're making sure that students can return to college campuses in a couple of weeks. This takes effect on January 15th. And let's keep them on campus. They'll be required to wear masks in public spaces indoors. They'll have to quarantine, follow the New York State and CDC quarantine and isolation guidelines if anyone does test positive. And again, we're working closely with our college partners, not just SUNY and CUNY, but also our privates, to make sure that we're coordinating with them, offering them support as well, as all different sizes, different capabilities of different campuses. And again, they'll have to show a negative test when they return to campus. Some campuses can provide this. Some will be asking students to show proof of a negative test when they return, and also surveillance testing for them when they return, when they're physically present on campus. And also continue random sampling all through the year. We have to focus on this population, because when it spreads quickly throughout college campuses, and we want to keep them safe.